Tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. The clock ticks on, but the impatient one cannot wait. They pace back and forth, their heart pounding in their chest. They check the clock again, only to be disappointed. It's not there yet. The impatient one longs for the moment when they can finally have what they want. But the wait is excruciating. They try to distract themselves, but their mind keeps wandering back to the object of their desire. Tick-tock, tick-tock. The impatient one's frustration grows. They start to feel anxious, even panicky. They need it now. They need it immediately. But the wait continues. Tick-tock, tick-tock. The impatient one is on the verge of losing their cool. They can feel their anger rising. They want to scream, to throw things, but they can't. They're trapped in this waiting game and they have no choice but to endure. Tick-tock, tick-tock. The impatient one closes their eyes and tries to calm down. They take a deep breath and try to focus on the present moment, but it's no use. Their mind is still on the thing they want so badly. And the wait continues. Tick-tock, tick-tock. There are a number of reasons why people become impatient. Some people are naturally more impatient than others. Others may become impatient due to stress, anxiety, or other mental health conditions. External factors such as traffic or long lines can also trigger impatience. If you're tired of being impatient and you're ready to learn how to master your emotions and make better decisions, then listen up carefully to what I'm about to say. Temperance is the high mastery of voluntarily resisting. Instead of reacting, it is the art of making one's, as the Stoic state. Temperance is one of the 4 essential virtues alongside wisdom, justice, and courage. It involves self-control and moderation. Our passions dominate us. It is the ability to remain calm in the conscious decisions instead of impulsive, recognizing our limits, and not letting face of challenges and respond in a balanced and measured way. In short, temperance is in a balance, the moderation that permeates all aspects of life. This virtue is of great importance as it is key to our ability to make good decisions, especially under pressure, to maintain serenity and mental clarity, and to effectively solve problems. If you are often controlled by your emotions, whether it's anger or enthusiasm, you face a serious issue of self-control, which is precisely why we turn to Stoicism to overcome this challenge. In this video, I want to be practical and direct. I will present 6 practical ways to apply the essential historical principles to cultivate temperance as one of your virtues. First, avoid being led by desires. True, freedom doesn't come from excessive desires, but from control over them. Stoics believe that constant craving for pleasure and fear of pain make us prisoners enslaved by our passions rather than having control over ourselves. The key here is to make decisions based on what is genuinely beneficial in the long run rather than giving in to instant pleasures. The practice of delaying gratification can be a great starting point. Setting long-term goals and breaking them down into steps is an effective method to direct your actions instead of seeking immediate rewards. Remember, the journey is as important as the destination. If we apply this to any goal, we will see a more fulfilling life unfolding before us. Continue learning and growing. Philosophy doesn't promise anything external to humans. The way to achieve temperance through Stoicism is through constant learning and personal growth. Stoics believe that the path to virtue and wisdom is a continuous journey. We often make the mistake of embarking on the path thinking about the destination and reward when the reward should be the path itself. You can incorporate this principle into your life by dedicating time every day to learn something new or reflect on your experiences and what you can learn from them. This can not only help you grow as a challenges with greater balance in person, but also provide a broader perspective to deal with life's. Be thankful for the things you have. It tranquility. Take a moment every day to recognize, and can be as simple as having a place to live, food on the table, or loved ones by your side. Keeping a gratitude journal can be a valuable tool for this practice. Write down 3 things you are grateful for. Each day, you can also take a walk in nature and consciously appreciate your surroundings. Develop a mindset of contentment by recognizing that what you have is already enough to bring happiness. Practicing gratitude. Meditation can be a powerful way to cultivate appreciation in your daily life. Moving on from the previous point, direct your mind towards gratitude and let go of the demand that everything happens according to your will. Learn to accept situations as they unfold and find happiness in the way things are. Gratitude. For the Stoics is both a perspective and an active practice. It empowers us to focus on the positive rather than fixate on the negative. Remember to express your gratitude in tangible ways, like saying thank you more often, writing thank you notes to those who have done something special for you, or simply taking a moment to appreciate the beauty of the world around you. Especially distance yourself from people who pollute your sense of gratitude. Avoid those who spread negativity and complaints. Appreciate what you have, for true wealth lies more in enjoying what you have than in desiring what you don't. The Stoics valued simplicity and moderation by cultivating gratitude for what we already have, rather than constantly desiring more. Develop the ability to deal with challenges. As Seneca taught us, difficulties awakened genius. Historical teachings remind us that obstacles and setbacks are opportunities for learning and growth. Developing resilience is an effective way to incorporate this concept into your life. This involves facing difficulties with serenity and balance, viewing setbacks as chances for improvement rather than personal failures. Developing problem-solving skills and embracing a mindset of progress are also part of this process. As you realize you can learn and evolve from mistakes and challenges, adopt a growth-oriented. Once Epictetus said, "The chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Where I have the power to act, I should act without delay. Where I don't have power to act, I should dismiss my desire without delay." What's the quote? Epictetus. It's this: the chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Where I have the power to act, I should act without delay. Where I don't have power to act, I should dismiss my desire without delay. That's a great quote. What does it mean? Epictetus. It means that we should focus on the things that we can control and let go of the things that we cannot control. The things that we cannot control include things like the weather, the economy, and the behavior of other people. The things that we can control include our own thoughts, actions, and reactions. So how can we implement this in our daily lives? Epictetus. Here's a practical example. Imagine you're driving to work and the traffic is terrible. You start to get frustrated and angry, but then you remember Stoicism's quote, and you realize that the traffic is something that you cannot control. So, you take a deep breath and let go of your anger. You focus on the things that you can control, such as your breathing and your thoughts. As a result, you arrive at work feeling calm and collected. You've successfully implemented Stoics teaching. Here's another example. You're at a job interview and you're really nervous. You start to worry about what the interviewer is thinking and whether or not you're going to get the job. But then you remember Epictetus's quote, and you realize that the outcome of the interview is something that you cannot control. You can only control your own performance. So, you take a deep breath and focus on the things that you can control, such as your answers to the interviewer's questions and your body language. As a result, you give a great interview and you feel confident about your chances of getting the job. Epictetus was a Stoic philosopher who lived in the 1st and 2nd centuries AD. He taught that the key to a happy and fulfilling life is to focus on the things that we can control and to accept the things that we cannot control. The quote you provided is a great example of this teaching. Epictetus is saying that the first step to a happy life is to identify the things that are within our control and the things that are outside of our control. Once we have identified these things, we can start to focus our energy on the things that we can control and let go of the things that we cannot control. This may seem simple, but it is actually quite difficult to do. We often get caught up in worrying about things that are outside of our control, such as the weather, the economy, or the behavior of other people. This worry can lead to stress, anxiety, and unhappiness. However, if we can learn to focus on the things that we can control, such as our own thoughts, actions, and reactions, then we can start to live happier and more fulfilling lives. Temperance is the art of mastering your emotions and making wise decisions, even under pressure. It is one of the 4 cardinal virtues, along with wisdom, justice, and courage. Why is temperance important? When we are temperate, we are better able to make sound decisions. When we are not controlled by our emotions, we can think more clearly and make choices that are in our best interests. Manage stress. Temperance helps us to stay calm and collected in difficult situations. This can help us to avoid making impulsive decisions that we may later regret. Build healthy relationships. When we are temperate, we are more likely to be kind, compassionate, and understanding towards others. This helps us to build stronger and more lasting relationships. How can I develop temperance? Here are a few tips. Be aware of your triggers. What are the things that typically make you angry, upset, or anxious? Once you know your triggers, you can start to develop strategies for avoiding them or dealing with them in a healthy way. Take breaks. When you feel yourself getting overwhelmed or stressed, take a few minutes to calm down before you say or do anything you might regret. Go for a walk, listen to some music, or do some deep breathing exercises. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It can help you to become more aware of your thoughts and feelings and to respond to them in a more deliberate way. Seek help from a trusted adult. If you are struggling to manage your emotions or make wise decisions on your own, talk to a parent, teacher, counselor, or other trusted adult. They can offer support and guidance. Here are some specific examples of how you can apply temperance in their daily lives. When you're feeling angry, take a few deep breaths and count to 10 before you say or do anything. This will give you time to calm down and think about the situation more clearly. If you're feeling tempted to do something that you know is wrong, stop yourself and think about the consequences. Is it really worth it? If you're having trouble making a decision, talk to a trusted adult and ask for their advice. Learn to say no to things that you don't want to do. It's okay to set boundaries. Developing temperance takes time and practice, but it is a skill that is well worth developing. By cultivating temperance, you can improve your physical and emotional health, make better decisions, and build healthier relationships. Remember, you are in control of your own emotions. You have the power to choose how you react to situations. Be wise and choose temperance. Temper is a person's natural disposition to be irritable or angry. It is often thought of as being inherited, but it can also be influenced by early childhood experiences and parenting styles. Anger is a normal and healthy emotion that everyone experiences from time to time. It is a natural response to feeling threatened, frustrated, or hurt. However, when anger is excessive or uncontrolled, it can lead to problems in relationships, at work, and in other areas of life. Anxiety is a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease. It can be caused by a variety of factors such as stress, fear, or trauma. Anxiety can also be a symptom of a mental health disorder such as generalized anxiety disorder or social anxiety disorder. Stress is a physical or psychological response to a perceived threat or challenge. It is a normal part of life, but too much stress can lead to health problems such as anxiety, depression, and heart disease. Calmness is a state of peace and tranquility. It is the opposite of anger, anxiety, and stress. Calmness can be achieved through relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, meditation, and yoga. All of these emotions are interconnected. For example, people with high temperaments are more likely to become angry when they feel stressed or anxious. Similarly, people with anxiety disorders are more likely to experience physical symptoms of stress, such as muscle tension and headaches. Calmness is the key to managing all of these emotions in a healthy way. When we are calm, we are better able to think clearly and make sound decisions. We are also less likely to react impulsively or aggressively. Here are some tips for cultivating calmness in your life. Identify your triggers. What are the things that typically make you angry, anxious, or stressed? Once you know your triggers, you can start to develop strategies for avoiding them or dealing with them in a healthy way. Take breaks. When you feel yourself getting overwhelmed or stressed, take a few minutes to calm down before you say or do anything you might regret. Go for a walk, listen to some music, or do some deep breathing exercises. Practice relaxation techniques. There are many different relaxation techniques that can help you to calm down, such as deep breathing, meditation, and yoga. Find a technique that works for you and practice it regularly. Seek professional help. If you are struggling to manage your temper, anger, anxiety, or stress on your own, consider seeking professional help from a therapist or counselor. Calmness is a skill that takes time and practice to develop, but it is a skill that is well worth developing. By cultivating calmness, you can improve your physical and emotional health, make better decisions, and build healthier relationships.